One of my favorite wide receivers in the class is falling until the late second round, even the early third round of rookie drafts. Here's why you should be scooping up Roman Wilson everywhere you can. I loved Roman Wilson's tape pre-draft. He wins at all three levels of the field. He's got a great release. He's fast. He moves well laterally. He has sharp footwork that allows him to get into his routes, and he separates consistently with really sticky hands. He plays well along the boundary, and he's comfortable physically over the middle of the field. He got good draft capital, but folks aren't excited about the Steelers' landing spot. I actually think it's a pretty good spot for Roman Wilson to be. You're looking at the Steelers here, and you're looking at a lot of vacated targets from Deontay Johnson. When you're projecting out rookie value, you need to start with the targets, and there's going to be a lot left over here for Roman Wilson. I also think he complements Pickens very well, where Pickens is going to be more in the traditional X-type role for the Steelers. I think Roman Wilson's going to be more of a versatile threat. He truly wins at all three levels of the field. He's got a really nice slant route, and he works a good dig underneath, and he creates separation right off the line of scrimmage with that release I was talking about. Through the midfield, I love his deep out. In deep downfield, he works very well vertically on the 9 route or working a post route. So he really does have some versatility to him. I understand the big hesitation here, which is the quarterback position. Even if you're not sold on Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, I'm confident that Roman Wilson is going to help either one of these guys be successful. Both Fields and Wilson have the ability to engineer a Mike Tomlin offense, get the ball downfield, and get it where it needs to be. If I was thinking about George Pickens versus Roman Wilson, I'd be more worried about George Pickens with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I think Wilson's versatility will help him be a factor with either quarterback. Now, it's important when looking at rookie value to actually see what the numbers are, right? My confidence in a rookie draft selection is going to be strongly equated to their ability to produce right away. So when you look at the projection that I've laid out here for Roman Wilson, it's pretty nice for year one production. I expect him to get 20% of the market share there in Pittsburgh. Again, it's really Pickens and who else, folks? Calvin Austin not taking targets. Even Pat Freiermuth has been phased out of the offense. Najee Harris is even getting less targets out of the backfield. They're going to need another wide receiver to step in, and Wilson has really steady hands. So I expect him to catch 71 of 108 targets. I think that's going to equal about 1,033 receiving yards. Now, I do have a pretty aggressive yards per reception on Roman Wilson. So if you were going to poke a hole in these projections, you could maybe drop it down to 12.5 or 12 yards per reception. But Wilson won very well into the midfield and downfield at Michigan, and I think he could translate that forward. It's more a question of the quarterback, but even if you drop that to 12 and a half, 12, you're still looking at about 900 receiving yards, which would be really good for a rookie. And I was pretty conservative on the receiving touchdown side of things. Roman Wilson has the skill set to double that 4 receiving touchdown number, but again, thinking about the quarterback and wanting to be realistic, I took a conservative approach so you could really understand the value expectation that I have for Roman Wilson. But there's probably no better value expectation to have than if you head on over to patreon.com/rookiebigboard and you check out what we have over there. We have in-depth, proven accurate rookie rankings. You have access to the 2024 rookie guide, over 110 pages of in-depth, actionable advice for 84 players in the 2024 class. And you have the ability to jump into the Rookie Big Board Discord where you can get personalized advice, especially in the On the Clock channel. It's a super helpful resource during rookie draft season. You're on the clock. You put your question in that channel. You're going to get my answer for what you should do. And you're also probably going to get an answer from 10 or 15 patrons because everyone likes to jump in there and help you out. All that's available for just $5 a month over at patreon.com/rookiebigboard. So that's the seasonal projection, but of course we need to put this in context, right? How does that line up against the way that other wide receivers are going to be able to produce as a rookie? Now, this is going to be a very similar range, by the way, that Jackson Smith and Jigba had. for his rookie season. I projected him out to be wide receiver 36 last year. He finished as wide receiver 36. And I have Roman Wilson projected out to wide receiver 35. I expect him to have 163 points in a half PPR league, 9.6 points per game. That's going to be one spot after the aforementioned Deontay Johnson, and it's one spot ahead of Christian Kirk, who had a slight dip in his projection when Brian Thomas Jr. got added to the Jacksonville Jaguars offense. So with Roman Wilson here, I think we're looking at a really solid, consistent wide receiver 3. That's a really nice value to get here where you're going to get Roman Wilson. So let's take that seasonal projection now and let's go ahead and translate it to Dynasty Fantasy Football Impact. What's the value point that you should be getting Roman Wilson? Why do I think he's such a prime sleeper candidate? So right now, I'm seeing and I'm hearing from the Rookie Big Board Discord that Roman Wilson is going 208, 209, 210, 301, 304. He is sliding. Where I value Roman Wilson right now is the 13th best player in the class. That's where he's standing on the Rookie Big Board. I think he's worth the 201, and you might be able to get him a full round later. He's my wide receiver 7. I think he's getting lost a little bit in a super talented wide receiver class. No, he didn't. He's not Keon Coleman to Buffalo, right? He's not Marvin Harrison Jr. He's not even Roma Dunze, but you're still getting a really valuable wide receiver 3 type producer here in Roman Wilson. I'm expecting to have a heavy exposure to him. I want 26 to 40% of Roman Wilson in my rookie drafts. I always like to finish with that actionable advice. I want to tell you what I'm doing because I hit with you, I miss with you. I always practice what I preach here. And when it comes to Roman Wilson, he's a really exciting prospect that is currently one of, if not the best sleepers early on in rookie draft season. If you want to see that full breakdown here of the rookie guide and Roman Wilson, if you want to get access to those rankings or join the Rookie Big Board Discord, I encourage you to join us over at patreon.com/rookieBigBoard. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode.